Action, 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 action. And we are action packed. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It says Zambaland podcasts. Before we start
action,
things off,
reaction,
at the first touch of seduction, addition, no deduction, you set off a chemical,
reaction, yeah, energy,
salutation. Girl, you are poetry in motion. I'm the wave, you're the ocean. Let's keep it moving like a locomotion. Boom!
Yeah.
Kitegera guy wange kati bwe tunonya energy our frequency weri. Today I came with a pin. I don't know if you guys know Basquiat.
Yeah, Basquiat the painter, the artist.
Bade mbuzo oli lwaki omutidde
abadde you guys
oba agambye abadde anonya some guy from Basquiat town oba simanya biki
reggae painter
guy. The guy knows. But was it gay, Bambi? I don't think he was. Was he?
He was, because everybody says it openly. So,
but Basquiat is one of the reasons people know this cock crown here.
Hey.
Should
you right now? He's not a gay painter. He's just
Basquiat.
Basquiat.
He's just an artist.
I think somebody said that just to make Jay-Z feel bad, because they're saying that Jay-Z is copying the hairstyle, he's buying all the guys' art pieces, he's trying to be the guy.
Yeah.
Jean-Michel. But every time I've watched interviews, Basquiat on the intranet, they are quite inspiring. He was like quite a very pure soul.
Yeah.
Young, addiction, you know, into. Yeah, we don't take it lightly. So. Gentlemen, before we dive into these somber topics of the universe, what has been happening in your world? Mr. Green, it's nice to have you back.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back.
Oh,
you know,
yes,
man, health is
yes.
one thing we usually don't take it.
Hey, so you were going, it was health related?
Yeah, I had some issues.
Okay, should we give you a cigar? To
Never.
celebrate
No,
you
no,
coming
no,
back.
No. That was even the cause of all the issues. It was the spark.
Yeah,
All
the man saw a Cohiba at the studio here, and then he's like, let me put it to good use. What the Cohiba did at the end of the day. The man spent a week in the hospital.
A week.
A week? Was
Almost.
2 weeks, eh?
Almost 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
How serious was it on your end? Because
Man.
boys don't usually talk about things that are serious. Okay, but guy you have been bad day in fun, guy So what happened?
Man, first of all, guys, smoking is bad. Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, smoking is bad.
Oh, we didn't know.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, it was serious. It was about my chest and the lung pains and stuff. Yeah, caused by the smoking.
Yeah. Don't just say caused by the smoking, like it just did it one day. Caused by years of
Smoking. Addiction. As you said, addiction is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that bad for me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't breathe. I was in the oxygen thing for like a few days. I would have died without even my guys knowing. Yeah, but I thank God now.
Thank God for life.
Yeah.
Thank God for life.
We're
man.
back to life.
Thank God for life. But I must
Back
admit
to
that as you were giving us that speech about I'm almost dying, which I felt like inserting a joke there.
I know, boys.
And
The Ugandan syndrome is now.
it has come through. Eh?
It's
No,
starting
boys,
to kick
It's
in.
starting to kick in. Great. But I also saw someone made that a thread actually, where he said things that men go through, right? And what their friends say after, like the sensitivities, like so.
Real friends actually joke about.
Real friends actually joke about like real serious things. Maybe we don't know how to really deal with.
No, that helps you actually
to cope.
To cope.
So let's see this one out here.
Yeah.
As in the thread, the guy said, when my dad died, my friend came through and it's like
Equalizer.
That was that one. You saw that one. The other one was that's what I'm talking about. But
one.
Now that you've said that one, let me first say that one first. The other one had lost two parents, right?
Yeah.
The guy who was Then this other one had just lost one parent.
Mm.
So the other one just comes to him and he says, man, 2-1.
1.
2-1.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Knock
Very
on wood.
crazy.
Then this other one I was telling you about, this other guy comes to his birthday and is like, man, my paps has just manyoba bichi. And this other friend says, now you've joined the guys who can say, our father.
What in heaven?
But what causes that? Like, what causes that? Like, really, why are we like that? Like, it is serious.
Yeah.
Is it our way of dealing with pain, or just because we don't know what to say and usually a joke suffices?
Yeah, I think so.
You know.
Yeah, I think creating a sense of humor around friends is always a thing, so you get caught up in it.
You don't want the guy to continue feeling sad. You're like, Bambi. So you like create like jokes to like give him some life.
But does it work though?
It does work. That's why it's there. You get for years and years and years. You keep doing it.
Because I've been in situations where
and sometimes they don't plan
I've joked about
they don't
things.
plan to say it. It just happens.
No, that dude
just
planned
find
to say
yourself.
that. That
You
dude
just
planned
find
to say
yourself
that.
saying
Mind you.
it.
That dude planned to say that.
No, maybe
Yeah.
The
that.
2-1 guy, he was waiting for him.
He had saved that. He had saved that joke.
Because he had saved it. Is like, there will be a day. But man, I think it's one of those things I think I fear the most. Me, which I don't even want to talk about shit like that.
Yeah. Let it go.
Do both of you have you all have parents, right?
Yeah. I
On
do.
both sides, both alive?
Yeah.
No,
Man, thank God for that.
I have one.
You have one.
Yeah,
Who passed away?
my dad.
Your dad passed away.
Yeah,
So who was the guy I was speaking to on phone?
that's the one who raised me. So my dad passed when I was 4 months.
Oh, okay.
I was 4 months, so I never got to see him. So,
Yes,
to know him.
yes.
so this is literally my uncle, but I don't know him as my uncle. I know him as my dad because I grew up calling him dad.
Shout outs to the people who raise sons who are not theirs. Shout outs to the people who take care of children. Ngababa sons are onagamba bugambi. But you know what? This child deserves to be parented, loved, and cared for. So obugalo buliye. Yeah. So do you guys laugh when people fall?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Depends on how
Sometimes
they fall.
I fight to like hold the laughter, but
Depends on how they fall.
For me,
because-
this one thing I can't resist. No matter who has fallen.
And it also depends on how hard they hit. Because there is a fall, you're like, man,
Yeah.
you need to check on this person. Are they alive? Or like you can't even afford to laugh. Yeah.
So
Yeah, always.
the woman who takes care of our space.
You may think she does not watch, eh? I know. I know she has a phone.
So she's older. She's like in her 60s, right? You've met her, I think.
Yeah.
You've seen her around.
Yeah.
So on one of those random days, I'm there. I'm carrying my son. I'm looking through the window, and she stays on the other side of the house, right? And it's kind of raised. So to come from her house, she has to like take 2-3 steps to get to the bottom, and it's tiled, right?
Yeah.
Now the kakuba drained a bit.
So it was like, wait.
Bruh. The tambo was not funny, but it was like
Samatambo.
And when she first fell, I was like, oh my God, I hope it's nothing serious. I hope she doesn't broken her back. But the way she tried to get up and pretend like nothing had happened, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist, man.
Be like, I saw that.
Yeah, like
So
we
that-
all, yeah, like actually, that's what I said. I was like, Oli Bulunchi.
Just a way to say that I've seen you already.
Yeah, I've seen you. Nakulabye dale tewebuzabuza.
Remember, like when a kid falls,
Yeah.
if you act like you haven't seen, they don't cry. But they're
Yeah.
like, sorry. Then they
Yes.
start crying.
Yeah, it's funny. I need to ask you this narrative of in the US, the fat guys are the broke guys.
So now
The slim.
you've seen a pattern. Eh? When he's asking about things about Western Uganda, he asks Jonathan. When he's asking about US stuff, he asks. Eh? When he
Eh?
needs girlfriend advice, he asks you. Eh?
In the US, fat guys, they are deemed the broke guys, and the slim people are the rich people. And it all comes because of food. And when we watch a lot of American movies and we see fat guys are always like, oh, this is nothing on the fat guys. I think I'm also.
Oh, you finally admit. Eh? The first step, ladies and gentlemen, today we have been in an AA meeting. Alcoholics Anonymous, there's Smokers Anonymous, there's Fat People Anonymous.
But who is an alcoholic?
The first step of
who is the alcoholic?
The first step of therapy. The first step of therapy is acceptance. So today is a day of, I think, of confessions. Please go on with yourself.
But at least what I know, when I stand next to fat people, I'm not fat.
You're skinny.
That reminds me of Fat Joe. It was like when I was next to Big Pan, I looked small.
Yeah, so depending on who you next, so yeah, but you know, fat guys are always asking for McDonald's, you know, Wingstop. Not to speak on my homie Rose, but Wingstop, things like that. Chicken wings,
but
KFC, and all that.
Isn't chicken supposed to be healthy though?
It should be, but I think how it's prepared.
It's white
like you're not supposed to eat the skin because it's too fatty.
The skin is fatty.
Yeah.
So the skin is the best part.
Yeah, and you know, that's what guys are consuming: KFC, McDonald's, donuts, and everything, soda.
Yes.
You know, 24/7 burgers.
Yes.
And they say that is very cheap food in the US. Yet here, it's the opposite, vice versa. The fat guys are the rich guys.
It isn't that it is the cheap people. It isn't poor cheap people food. It isn't that it's like the poor people food.
Yeah.
You're going to find a burger in every class, but the difference is what's the preparation? What's the preparation? Some people, they have like Wagyu. I might be butchering the name. Wagyu burger, Wagyu, but it's WAGYU, which is like some top shelf, you know, type of meat that they used to prepare that shit with. The chef also prepared
type of meat.
Yeah, I think it's Japanese. You know, it's just a type of meat that's prepared a certain way. It's Japanese and nunji.
Yeah.
Then there are burgers that are prepared using meat from New Zealand. What? Why are you laughing?
Horse meat.
Okay, I say all this to say, that by the time you're eating a burger, by the time that is imported shit, it's like a premium burger. But if you're eating the meat just came from wherever the farm is, Wisconsin, or Texas, the cows are just in one place dying of stress, you know, just being harvested basically for meat. Most people argue that it's very inhumane, even though we're not talking about humans. It's like very inhumane the way cows are fed on corn. Corn is the only meal just because they want to fatten them and then harvest them for their meat. So you find that fast food companies are all over the joint. That fast food companies just standardize the way they quickly make things. So they concentrate on the flavor, but not on the nutrients. You get what I'm saying? So they even engineer what chemical in your brain is heat. When you eat a fry, when you eat like a burger, when you eat it's very tasty, trust me.
When it hits you, you're like,
yes, but all of that packs on like so many calories. So a rich person is going to get that food probably from his food from maybe a Whole Foods, while the other person who is poor is going to get their food from maybe a McDonald's, Burger King, whatever.
KFC.
And actually find that America is so red zoned, where it looks like everybody lives with everybody. But then again, when you closely look at the picture, there are people who live in food deserts. The food desert is where in so and so meters in your whole neighborhood, in the whole so many blocks, right?
Yeah.
You cannot find where to buy fresh food. Like you can't find a place to buy fresh tomatoes.
Yeah.
There are places like that.
Wow.
Where the only place you can go to buy a meal is a McDonald's. So what do you do?
Go to McDonald's.
Yeah. Yet the Whole Foods, the Trader Joe's, I don't know. There's even another one I discovered. It's like for rich of the rich. So when we moved to Santa Monica, there's a place called R1. I thought Whole Foods was like up here, but then there's like another level. That's why you enter the place and you find Hollywood celebrities like also
membership.
getting their. It's not even exclusive membership. Just like shit is just ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And I think that from the west side they only had like 2 locations only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah.
So
how are we talking about food? You see fat people. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
Say it. I actually wanted to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Zambaland podcast. I'm your nearest and dearest host, your boy G.N.L Zamba, here with my friends, producer Green over here, producer extraordinaire. He has showed us so many talents: sound engineer, backup artist, in the industry. He's a man of so many talents, and also talent manager and discoverer. And lately a Cohiba connoisseur. Green, ladies and gentlemen. Then Mr. Eddie Collins, the Ejakite himself, the man representative of the East. Luo's finest.
They say the wise guys come from the East.
Mbo.
The wise men.
The king came from where? The king came from the East. The 3 kings that visited Yesu.
Yes, the wise men.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we know. But also Bishop Hannington, didn't he come from the East? And Kabaka Mwanga was like, they told me a nigga was going to take my throne. It's going to come from the East.
So he started to...
Like, you're telling me about destiny and fate. Let me show you.
Show you what's up.
Let me show you what's up. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I hope everybody's feeling healthy now. You're feeling better.
Yeah, man.
So much has happened all through the week, all through the times that we haven't been in this space, right? And I feel like touching on most of these things. But
before you touch, you didn't answer my question.
The circumference. I'm going in the circumference. I'm coming back.
I wanted to ask you, our rich people here dumb? Are the rich people here dumb? Because, KFC is always flooded and... The poor people are always looking up to men on Christmas. I'm going to buy KFC.
I need to be careful with the way that I answer rich people, because rich people have feelings in Kampala.
They are very
but they have to know that in the US, KFC is not for rich
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. I have never entered KFC to eat. I have never even had the desire of entering KFC to buy anything. That said, whenever I'm with my nephews, right, and I ask them, what do you guys want to eat? Guess what they say?
Want KFC.
And we order KFC. For them. Because I think it has nothing to do, and I'm not attacking KFC or any of these other things. But it has something to do with novelty. I think when something is new, you get me? I think it's just about something being new. And that we and it's like well marketed, and it's convenient. You get me?
But expensive.
It's also very expensive. But I need to tell people that if you're really looking for nutrition, I don't think fast food places are the places where to get it. Yeah. Unless some of them are also trying to evolve, and podcast are talking about just because some guy wants to talk about food.
Some guy wants to talk about
from burgers to chapatis. Now this like, bro, like we have a podcast to do. We have an audience to serve. You get me? Guy, before that is going to be like, but I've heard of lollipops. I've heard of now some other cakes. What did 50 Cent say in his song?
Life like a fat kid love loves cake.
I'm not the one who said it.
It's 50 Cent's line.
Hey, I love you like a fat kid loves cake. That means they really love that chick, though. I will love. That's true love. Because I also love cake. I have a sweet tooth. Yeah. But in the industry, an artist released this song, right? By calling a press conference. I don't know if the press conference was. They also sat in a circumference. Did they sit in a circle?
I think not.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
From the clip that I saw,
yeah,
they were not in a circle.
What do you guys think about that as a strategy for releasing music?
Press conferences.
Press conference and what was said during the press conference.
I think Bebe Cool understands the game. He has understood how the Ugandan industry operates, and what catches their attention is when you mean something, even when it doesn't, even when it's not that serious, because such things were always around lockdown, when the president would always be like, "I'm speaking tonight. I'm speaking to the nation," and everybody was all ears.
State of the nation address.
Exactly. So that's what Bebe Cool kind of, I think he tapped into that, and he was like, you know what, enough is enough. Tomorrow it's going down. And guys are like, yo.
On his Twitter.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm tired of being disrespected.
Yeah.
Tomorrow press conference.
So he knew what we were thinking.
About what?
What he said, that I'm tired of being disrespected. We are like, who disrespect this guy? We know. So what is he going to?
In my experience of music marketing, you must disturb the water in order to catch the fish. There are people who operate like that.
Yeah.
That never disrespecting Zagamba. I'm tired of being disrespected.
Disrespected.
So but who is disrespecting?
Now we want to find out.
I haven't heard the song. Have you guys heard the song?
I heard it, but I don't remember it.
I did hear it.
And what are your views as a producer?
I was in hospital bed, so.
So you heard it though.
Yeah.
Hospital bed. What happens in the hospital bed? This is not your hospital bed. Is Vegas.
Okay. Well, for me, it was too Nigerian.
It was too. What's wrong with being too Nigerian?
Because you're Ugandan. Simple as that.
So how about the rappers? The rappers that sound American.
The rappers, it's cause, first of all, English is also,
it's an international language.
Yeah. So if you're going to do that, you're going to,
I think.
There are people who flip accents. The guys, I better one, pass me my clothes. Pass me my clothes. I better more rap nagamba. Yo, man, I'm changing clothes.
Yeah, at least that one was like Western influence on all levels of how we do our things as human beings or in Uganda. Yeah, but with the music, you can always, your section. But if you decide to go into the other guys, they will not identify you as one of them, but they will identify you as one who is copying them.
I think the beat was dope, but he should have fired he needs to go back and get his refund from the songwriter.
Bebe Cool has a bodyguard called Magumba. Magumba.
No, but honestly, the way the guy did the press conference, he raised the expectations like so high.
Yeah.
So like the song is actually good, but the way he raised our expectations, we expected the song to match.
He would have done that with the songs that DeAndre wrote for him. And
which songs were those?
Wasibukawa,
Motivate Me it was a dope jam, and I think Easy as well.
And also
Make Me Easy.
Going back to
and Love You Every Day. It would have been Love You Every Day.
I'm seeing so many heads nodding. So all you guys agree?
Yeah.
I need to listen to this song.
Yeah, because you come from like Love You Every Day, smash, like dope. Then you do a press conference, and then you give us a conference.
Love You Every Day just dropped. But this one, you made it major. I don't know whether... I think it's because he used international...
Because he actually produced this album in Nigeria.
Yeah, he put a lot in it that he needed to really.
So let me try to understand.
No, maybe the issue.
Can I listen to the jam then I give opinion?
Yeah, maybe the issue is the issue is
yeah.
being that he produced the album in Nigeria. He got Nigerian writers who really didn't fit in his. You get what I mean? Yeah. So I think the jam was.
But you know what? On that issue of artists being accused of sounding like people from other nationalities, right?
Yeah.
You guys listen to the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. I know it has been the most discussed, I think, for the whole of this year.
Yeah.
But Drake was accused of sounding, whatever state he went to, he was accused of sounding like people from that state.
Yeah.
And people were like, but who are you really? You know?
Yeah.
You have a New York accent, then you have a Texas accent, then you have an Atlanta accent.
Yeah.
Now you're using slang from Chicago. Like who are you really? So could it be that you guys are judging Bebe harshly for trying to act out a new role that he's trying to carve out for himself?
Yeah, could be. Maybe we're a bit harsh, but if you're trying to tap into the Niger market, you don't have to sound too Nigerian. You can still tap in with quality work by being
so you feel like you're missing the Bebe Cool who is Ugandan.
Yes. It didn't sound as good as he would have sounded when he was being himself.
Yeah, and to me, to a bigger level, away from how he sounded even, but him as a branded Ugandan artist who has been at the top. Like
has been
he is definitely at the top.
Bebe Cool
I say has been because it's been a long time coming, like from all that time.
Yeah.
Because right now there is a lot of there are very many people coming up, and it could be quiet, then this one is up, then but him as a human being, as a person, his brand as Bebe Cool has been representing Ugandan music. So I feel like it would be a betrayal to the one who has, the leverage to protect us. Who used to say that stop playing Nigerian music, now he's doing Nigerian sounds.
Yeah, you can say that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, come on, bro. And I was with him on that.
That's actually a very, very good point. You can't be the guy who arrested Thames.
And now you're going over to...
And then you're trying to be like them now.
Thames, it's your time to,
You can't be the guy who arrested Thames and Omale. That's a very good point. That's a good observation, right?
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, the people who are believing us through you are like now.
Talking about arresting terms, I remember those guys pulled out some clip of Bebe Cool singing Oga Chineke, and they were making fun of that clip. Nigerians.
I think Bebe Cool secretly loves Nigerian music like so much. You get me?
Yeah.
I also love Nigerian music.
And me too. Me too.
Yeah, I think we all do. They have a good sound and they represent
but the execution,
it
he didn't execute it
so
to 100%.
we have seen the Bebe Cool who has been to Kenya. Right?
Yeah.
And you guys had no complaints.
No.
Because that Bebe Cool smashed and maintained his Ugandan-ness.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We've seen the Bebe Cool at that Mandela.
Yeah.
Where he pulled out that Afrigo joint. I don't know who advised me to do that, but that was such a very smart move.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Cookley, who was with him on stage, and Chizo. Yeah, that was legendary.
It was monumental, actually.
Monumental.
Yeah.
Yes,
the guy uses that to say, "Mkwano kwa Mandela atadeo concert."
Performed on the set. Wasn't that the time Beyonce performed as well?
Hey, he performed with Beyonce.
It was a birthday, I think, and Beyonce was the main.
Even
Will
Smith.
Mze nali backstage nga nina Will Smith. Nange naliyo
the guy uses that thing to advertise the concert. Mkwano kwa Mandela.
You have to use everything you have.
That's what I was telling Lyrical G, that here in Uganda, you just can't be there and you're waiting for them to blow your trumpet. Those niggas will throw trash at you.
They'll pretend like they've never had anything.
They'll pretend like they've never seen any of that shit. They'll be like,
even when they know.
Someone also commented on my, you know how I usually share a list of all my joints?
Yeah.
Usually when a person says, what music, I'm like, nigga, I throw my joints. I'm like, So I went and I pinned it on my ex. Yeah. And this guy is like, balage anti okimanyi abantu bawano bakujjukiza.
Yeah. And even blogs like using that.
Yes.
Anti muli bakujjukiza.
So
they drove.
But which is so true. It's like so Ugandan.
Yeah.
I remember when I had my house still at Chiwatule.
Yeah.
Niggas used to sit in my room and say, "Enobajita Zalawo committee."
I remember
that
committee. Yeah.
Like the committee which just sits there to Kuzalawa.
Yeah.
You get me? Like they're just. Then I used to always ask, "Do you listen to music because you love?" And this is for the whole Ugandan community.
Yeah.
Do we now listen to music to enjoy it, or do we listen to music to just judge it?
Yeah.
Because there's waliwo nyimba nga artist mupya oba simumanyi namumanya naye nga akayimba kabi nnyo, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not listening in my mind, and I'm like, that's a 10.
You're looking for the mistakes.
That's an 8. The melody. No, does it touch you? If it doesn't touch you, just move on to the next one.
Yeah. On to the next one.
Yeah, but for this, Bebe Cool gave us a big hype. You saw, he said.
So you're blaming him for the hype?
He should have matched the hype with the song.
Yeah.
Like the hype was here, the song was like here. But the song it's a good song, yeah. It's a good song. There's no bad song actually. Because people take time, like the whole team to put in time.
They are bad songs. Started away full and you're politically correct. They are bad songs and they are good songs.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to listening to this song. To me, Bebe Cool is one of those artists who always tries to evolve and push the envelope.
Yeah.
Whether he fails or whether he succeeds, usually mubeeramu ekivaamu. So we wish you good luck, and I'm looking forward to listening to this joint, listening to the new music.
Yeah. We're looking forward to listening to the album.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed is that I remember when Caritas Karisimbi was on WBS, right? Most niggas don't even know what WBS used to be a TV. But I remember when Caritas, who represented Uganda or Ugandans, had like ngabamwita wabwe, you get me? But there's this episode she did, and when she was in Rwanda, she said, "Oh, I'm Rwandese. This is where I come from." What niggas were pissed.
Yeah, man.
But I'm like,
we got emotional.
They like, I swear, I think she was even suspended for like 2 weeks or something. But because they have always owned like anything that is there, so I understand when Ugandans hear a person who they believe is their own sounding like somebody else. But even though the Rwandese are our cousins, basically, you get me? I grew up with most of my best friends Rwandese, like, like neighborhood or like Kawempe and stuff. But when abamu bw'obayita Rwandese nga tomuyise Uganda nakinyigiramu otegera and it's Ugandans when they have their Rwandese and ne beeyita Rwandese yet in Uganda bagamba you're here. So I also understand, I think, that argument when it comes from Bebe Cool.
Yeah.
We want you to sound like like Sari. You don't want it to sound like Omeka.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but I was without judging, I won't judge. We want to judge without listening to the whole project. Tuwulize oba the boy went oga with tumwe agubada jeswe what? Oh, do we still have our Moses Sally? But good luck and congratulations on finishing your project. Talking about longevity and Zalawo committee, what do you guys think about Jose and the situation he's going through?
Yeah, Jose, it became a little bit complicated because now it became too family oriented. It's like the son came out, said some things, the mom, this and that, Yeah, but Jose himself, I think his music has earned him the respect of being a man of his own. Regardless of who you are or what you say, I'm Jose Chameleon. And this is it. This is what I've said.
This is it.
I'm a man. I saw some bloggers.
I'm the light of the world. I feel grand.
There you go.
Man, guy afira kwa your concert yenyini. So stop that shit of saying Simanyoba, this is it, that is it. I will still need.
I saw some bloggers speaking ill about the son. Then in my mind, I'm like, these people are saying that they are Jose's friends, and they think he's going to be happy that they're talking about his son that way, regardless of what he has done.
Yeah.
So that also gave me a perspective of how bloggers today just jump onto something and go and have something to talk about and everything. Yeah.
But this whole thing started on a very sad note, because they were saying luxury patient. The guy is not sick, it's a stunt.
Who first mentioned luxury patient?
I think it was King Sir.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I didn't even hear that. That was what did it mean by luxury patient?
I think King Sir and Bobby Wine, they had gone to like visit Chameleon, and then they like bounced them from the hospital. So this guy came and said the guy is not sick, it's a stunt. That's why he's pretending to be sick. So it's like started like some.
Uganda is too complicated in a way. Uganda is easy, but also very, very complicated to understand.
And yet the guy is actually really sick.
No, it goes to the point which I was telling you about, which we started the pod on. Where you could actually be sick. But people think it's a game.
It's a game, yeah.
You know, you're really going through a very serious issue. But the news, buffing content. You know, you're fighting for your life. But everybody is like out there just.
And really
you talked about the people you think are his friends. This industry has no friends. I don't know how many times I'll tell you guys this. This industry, niggas turn on niggas. Let me use it. Tetulia America. People turn on people. People turn on people like day and night. Yeah, but man, it's sad when I see people in hospital and there is a lack of empathy. In the Chendaba. If there's a lack of empathy, we as a society have to like first examine ourselves.
For sure.
For sure. And the people attacking, isn't this boy still under 18? How old is he?
He's 18.
18,
But still,
but regardless, that boy understands that gentleman more than you bloggers will ever know. Because our mothers, our brothers, our sisters understand us far better than anyone can ever like.
And I think Jose loves his son more than he would love the people trying to talk.
Of course. I think any father would. Yeah.
Actually, I saw like he apologized to his mom about the son's comments.
He apologized to his mom?
Yeah, Chameleon apologized to his mom.
To who? Which mom now?
His mom, like Chameleon's mother.
Okay.
About the grandson's comments about them. So I think it was a good move from Chameleon.
Actually, never blog
about actually grandson was also like attacking the grandparents. Like this guy's careless.
Waliwakaimba Jay-Z kebaita family feud.
Nobody lives.
Nobody wins when the family what? When
nobody
the family feuds.
Wins when the family feuds.
Yes. But we wish that you all work out all these issues. We wish Jose Chameleon a very, very happy recovery. In the middle of the week, and this was the time when Bebe Cool had been legs netted. They shot him in the legs.
Legs netted.
Legs netted.
New word.
Yeah. And Jose had problems with his feet also after like that Tanzania incident. But these guys, I didn't know how long their friendship has been going on for so long, right? But I think in this time, what I saw as a musician who was like looking at this, other people probably they were just listening to the music. Stamina. But for me, what I saw was, man, these guys are literally fighting for their lives on this. Bagamba mwana wadde bakubya amasasi totula waka video kefulumbe gikole ngolina emiggo. And then the other one is like, mwana Jozo chimanyi wadde ebigere byamenyese tewekweka. So I don't know if I'm just making up this story, but I believe these guys have always tried to push each other. Right. And I think Bobby has always been the only guy who is like, I'm a man of my own. I'm not dealing with any of that. But at least this two all about friendship, whereby they went like through thick and thin. They have tried to
be there for each other.
To be there for each other.
And I think it's also been like music. So music has connected them so much. Yeah, sticking to music and keep doing this. They hustle. They find themselves. They have like
healthy competition.
I'm a big advocate for. We all trash talk shit. I love talking shit about things, but underneath all that, I think there's a lot of love and respect for Ugandan musicians, Ugandan musicianship, and the journey that it has taken people to get to where they are.
Yeah.
So many people, they just open their mandibles. Ngabi Karoli.
Certified haters.
On their blogs.
Nenga techimanyi background of what it takes to actually put together. So we were no, let me not go there. But you guys have been to events. Right?
Yeah.
Before the lights come on.
Yeah.
The preparation that goes on behind.
Yeah.
The teams, the phone calls that have to be made, the meetings that have to be made, the bargaining, the battering, relationships repaired, relationships broken. There's a whole drama, I think. Before someone needs to put together a documentary, start moving and secretly recording these things behind it.
Yeah.
Because the general public, I think, just sees and glosses over all these things, and they think
just see the lights.
But man, behind all of that, in the backstage, there's a lot that goes on, and I think it's a much more interesting story for it. Time has come for the Ugandan audience to observe that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Zalawo committee na yenga ye chatula.
Yeah. About that time.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations on your show.
Which one?
The one where you performed.
It's always short time for me. It's always short time
for the very first time, and it was epic.
Epic. It was a very.
But it takes us back.
I tell you what, but.
No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is,
this man is This man is like he works in a strip club. So many.
You mean each time someone, says "but" it's negative. Like
like he turned into a line.
Typical G, legend. So I realized the ladies were rhyming to your verses.
You noticed that too, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were only going to do the chorus.
Yes.
But then they were backing you up, basically.
Bar for bar.
Bro.
I was like, what? Okay.
And then somebody said the ladies don't like
love right there.
Yeah.
That's why I had really had a problem when my brother said abakachala tebagala hip hop.
Yeah.
There is evidence everywhere I go. They don't sing the chorus alone. I remember I was arguing with you guys. I was like, I'm not putting soda ginger on what. But literally the crowd sang the whole song. You know? Man, shout outs. I wouldn't call that a performance. I was out there partying.
Having fun.
I was really having fun. Shout outs to the management at Noni V that put that together. Navit, Criminology.
Yeah, DJ Cream.
Yeah.
But how did you feel like performing after like such a long time?
You know what? It feels great. It always feels amazing. I've always performed, but it's like when you're performing at home. You get me? And I've always wanted a different type of performance. I always wanted to like perform in a theater, like something totally different from what we have always done. But I was thinking with myself the other day, and I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, G, we having fun.
Yeah.
Like there's money on the table, bakusasude. Yeah. More than you even asked for. There's money on the table.
Yeah.
Bakusasude. You're never going to be this age again ever in your life.
Yeah.
You get me? So I was like, you know what? We have a catalog. There are fans waiting for me.
Yeah.
You know, let's go out there and then let's have some fun. And as you know, as we are preparing for next year.
You actually even performed
next year,
more songs than you had agreed to.
You know, I performed more than because we had a few sound issues a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that the team fixed them like really quickly. They moved and fixed them. And also being like in the US, when that happens, you can first step on the side. But I was in the mood of a party. So I just went to the crowd and I was like, oh, it sounds much better when I'm standing in this spot right here. And luckily enough, that's where it was like a table of like 12 beautiful women.
Yeah.
No, there was one guy from the pictures. I can see there was one guy, but it was like 12 beautiful women, and they were like all so happy. I'm seeing iPhones out, like they were having a good time, and I was vibing off of their energy, and that translated to the whole bar basically. Yeah.
I've never seen a rapper. I've never seen a rapper manage a crowd.
Yeah.
The way G.N.L did.
Yeah.
I don't think you've even ever seen me perform up close, right?
No, not really, because you spent so much time, like you didn't give us a chance, us who were coming up, young, to witness that.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm like, gee, one time, but at least now, it feels good to witness that, okay, this is actually how professionally someone who is experienced does it.
Another thing of
because I've been to different hip hop shows.
Yeah.
And most of them guys come and perform even when they figure that there are technical difficulties and everything. They just stick to, they just show the frustration on them as they are performing on stage. Like, damn, but the way you did it, the way you figured out and you are like, this is the best spot to perform because the sound is better here.
Do you know what does that? Experience.
Yeah.
Like I DJ.
What? Some other guys just abuse the DJ.
I was
and it kills the energy of the whole place.
Yeah.
But here I was like, okay, they're having a challenge with this.
Yeah.
Let me see how best to keep the show going where they fix that. So I made them aware that there's an issue.
Yeah,
but the party is going to go on as you fix.
Yeah, we're not minding that.
Yeah, and then I began interacting with the crowd, and the crowd was like,
vibing.
It was vibing. Yeah. So, but that comes with experience. That comes out of so many times of we've been to shows where the lights aren't enough. We've been to shows where the lights are too bright again. Your eyes are getting burned. You're like, guy, then they bring these other ones that can almost blind you, and you're like, bruh, switch off one, and he's like, if I switch off, they'll go. You're like, but it's. I say this all to say, there's so many scenarios I think that shape an artist.
Yeah,
that's why it goes back to the other point, Gemma, about Demba Gamba. By the time you get to a point where the music right now, you know what's funny? Is that the artists have improved and done their job, right?
Yeah.
But everybody else has not caught up. But the media and so many people who critique the music, it's sound engineer and the house that provides the sound right now. Bebe buzibu. Artist akoze dobozi lye, akoze choreography, ayambadde bulungi, but some of the sound we need to train more. Sound engineers, more sound people. Runners, the more technical people. But it's a technical thing. Even very big shows actually have issues.
Yeah.
Because I remember Jay-Z, there was a time. Huh?
Sometimes it's like a money thing here, New Jeep.
Yeah.
The guys like, the balance one, get a jacket view.
That has never happened to me. Abange will never sasurwa. If you be say ye wa mwenye wa, where you get it.
No, that thing happened like a very big show here. It did happen like a very big show. Like in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
The sound went off.
No way.
Is it power
would
issue? It was like a balance issue.
If you have an issue at the club, would you blame the owner of the club?
What kind of issue?
Is it safe to blame the owner?
I've learned that as a leader, I always take responsibility before I begin blaming people. I take the responsibility first. What could I have done to prevent that? Is always, what can I do to prevent that from happening the next time?
Yeah.
So I rarely look for people to blame.
Yeah.
Especially at this stage of my career, I do what I can to prevent most things from happening. And when they do happen, I try to see in my mind, how do I problem solve and fix that puzzle to keep the party going while something is being solved. I don't, in the middle of the show, stop Nendonya owner.
Yeah, true.
No, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But what prevents any and it's not about our show. Our show was amazing. We had issue katono we kat tugenda on it kuba pate yafe. But on most shows, what I've seen what prevents all of that is how much preparation did you do before?
Yeah, rehearsals.
Like rehearsals. Yeah, but and then most artists have to rehearsing just our part on the stage, and we leave the rest to the teams that provide the sound to handle it. But you're also supposed to loop them into every meeting, the production meeting of, if my in-ear monitor is not working, who's the guy, and how do I communicate it without even the audience knowing?
That's why you actually need to have at least one person in your team that understands sound.
Yeah.
No, that's obvious.
As
that's obvious. At this point, that's obvious.
Yeah.
At this point, that's obvious. But I'm talking about there's more responsibility on a lead artist, right?
Yeah.
Than I just write my songs and I go away. Maybe if you have a very big bag of money that you're seated on.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the independent artist thing,
you have to be
omuntu bagamba nakupimyeko olugoye esuuti gy'ogenda okwambala oba kiteteeyi ky'ogenda okwambala, and it's ready for the show, and you don't go there to fit in, or you don't ask them to come and fit before you go. Notuka ku stage nga it's not fitting. Whose fault is it? Is it for the person yakupimya ne lutagira, or you for not checking that this particular costume is not working? It's not tailored.
Yeah.
Material could have shrunk, like all these other things. So it's up to you to do all the nuts and bolts nose correcting.
Yeah.
You have to be hands-on.
Yeah. So you have to be hands-on. So from the costumes to the sound to the lights to everything. Like art is no longer I go to the studio and freestyle. If you're playing at that level, fine, sigala ku TikTok. But if you want people to pay real money, real money to come for an experience of producing a share yakabi, which has a vision behind it, agenenga gamba, I would go back and pay for that. That was worth my money. You need to do all these extra things. That's why putting together an event, putting together a song is becoming more and more difficult, because in UG it's more demanding on one artist.
Yeah.
But because we have not yet specialized in all the other fields, and the blame again always falls to the artist. The stages are slippery. Whose job do you think that is? Guy stage.
Yeah.
And I've also seen shows in Kampala where people are like, Banangabatu charging very highly, but that wasn't really worth our money.
The production
wasn't really worth our money. So it's up to I think the artists, if the people interest you with their funds, with their money, or take going an extra mile.
The other thing I noticed about you and Baboon Forest, the branding, because when you came at the show, started seeing teardrops, backdrops coming in, and then we're like, at least G's there. Before you even showed up.
Yeah, I think that comes from an understanding of hip hop and marketing. That's what I give it credit to.
Yeah.
Like I'm a fan of so many artists. Like while watching do you guys ever like? I love music to the extent that I'm in love with some album covers over the cover art. They're just the cover art.
Yeah.
No gamba. Law and Theory, a Tribe Called Quest. Baina koka art the way they designed the whole word, it's called Law and Theory. But when you clearly look at it, it's a human. Aline is a forward word. What you want to say, and it ends at the anus, for lack of a better word. But it was so artistically done and in a funny way, and in a hip hop way, which shows the character of the band, right? That I love that piece of art. Well, when Kanye West, Jesus, where the whole thing is blank, not just a square, a red.
Yeah.
That was like so like I'm a fan of art like that. Ajira album covers and stuff. Like even from the branding, even from the messaging that you're putting out while you're marketing yourself as an artist, it prepares your fans for something.
Yeah.
It prepares them for an experience. And it communicates who you are. It communicates your story, and I think what and I think I've always done this like from the very inception.
Yeah.
And, my first manager, the moment he actually he left me in music, then he went to advertising, and he did so well in advertising, right, that from Uganda he's now leading, like Africa. He's at Cannes winning awards and stuff. But I think that comes up from an understanding of what a brand is and marketing and the story of the artist.
Take an example of even just having a cup that is
mugule ebikopo byaffe wamma. This is just merchandise.
But
how much are we selling these at, by the way? People were asking them to put them in their offices.
Each cup is 25k, not very expensive.
Even the capes, bagai bang.
Pushing P.
The cap is 65 bucks.
Okay, mwebala akalango. All these things are on our website, by the way.
Have you guys seen about the banning of some songs, these guys of Nkudi, UCC, and stuff like that?
What is Nkudi?
I don't know what Nkudi means.
This is a very, very complicated topic. About the Nkudilization of the whole industry. I think that's what we should call it. The Nkudilization of the whole industry. I mean, it's a very, very slippery slope. What do you guys think? What led to the rise of this boldness in language, and which is not tamed at all?
Explicit
language. Yes.
Now
I think it falls under protected speech.
Explain.
Like when you read the law, the Constitution of Uganda, there's protected speech.
Totubuzabuza tubulire article alozagenda tugamba bugambi when you read the law tubulire
wa agreed. Tell them I give you figure yourselves out.
Tubulire akawairo
we are not going to spoon feed people.
Why are you lazy? But
do you know someone should develop an app? Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. But someone should develop an app which has the Ugandan law.
The Constitution.
The Constitution. Like every day, you soma you at least article article of the day.
Because we are not so good with books. That they've given me a book.
Audio, Because the first time it came out, it was yellow. It was not interesting at all. Like but I think someone should put that into an app, or even make it like a comic book. Easily. Because and I don't blame people for not reading. Not all of us. Some people are visual learners, some people are audio, some people are like some people have ADHD, some other people have an undiagnosed dyslexia. So
they call it audio book.
That topic that you're raising about the language and the music and why UCC is up in arms and
because you understand what the artist meant by that.
I think without beating around the bush, there's a line in there. Without beating around the bush. See what I did there?
He talked about people visiting the bush.
Without beating around the bush. No. Okay. I apologize. I'm thinking like a rapper.
Now I get the line though.
Like a rapper.
So you get, huh?
If you get it, if you don't get it,
if you don't get it, forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
That's the.
I even forgot where I was at. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're talking about UCC.
I remember when 50 Cent dropped and Dr. Dre dropped and all these other artists dropped. This was before UCC, by the way, right? And as a rapper, your ears are tuned to hearing rap lyrics, like because while other people just hear words of a person talking very fast, but chorus. But if you bust down all these records that are played on radio, vulgar.
Yeah.
Can I have a little time in your what does it say? You all know the song, right? All these songs play on our radio stations.
Yeah.
And for me, I cannot defend these guys who are making this music, but I also understand that It's a very, very complicated topic. Very, very complicated topic.
Yeah, complex.
Very complex. Now, yeah, let me speak as a man from Africa.
Yeah.
As a man from Africa, it is your responsibility to raise the next generation.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility to raise the next generation. So generation tetugenda ku raisinga just bikebe olwokubanga go decide nze osiruwale okitegeera bw'oba decide nze okusiruwala waliwo gye bayitanga ekirabo oba ekibaala ekiduula. That's where all this the morality would go down, and and nobody would bat an eye. But in common society, Mokasana, and on TVs and on radio, and this is the garbage you're playing while the kids are listening.
Yeah.
Nah. Speaking as an African,
So
from that sense,
UCC is right.
very right, very, very right. Even the Katikiro is very, very right. Butufu nyo. Ebyo ebiyimba babijje ku radio, baba bagala bikuba. There are places you can go to. If you're in Chimansulo, there are places where you can go to a Chimansulo.
Yeah,
but you're not going to bring Chimansulo to the taxi park.
Yeah, but they went overboard by saying this guy should not even be booked for concerts. So how does that? You get? They revisited it.
Hey, someone should show us that. What did they say?
For counseling the artist, Finn and his group.
Yeah.
The culture center, like panicked, and never is a judgment. They shouldn't perform this festive season because of those two songs.
Yeah.
They have been suspended.
Yeah.
Saying artists should go ahead and perform.
Okay.
Not these songs.
They shouldn't perform those specific songs. That
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? That gives those songs more fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
What you resist persists.
Yeah.
In some cases. But I think for me, it goes back to just your responsibility.
Yeah.
The Baganda are really angry that why can't you sing in Lugwere, Ludadiri? The Bagwere also are very decent people. Why don't they do it in their languages? Because here the customs are that there is a way. They do. Actually, they do. When you listen to most Kadongo Kamu songs, they actually do. There are some songs by even a Frigo band where if you peeled back the layer, what they are talking about is actually stuff. You get me? But a kid is not going to decipher that. And there's a reason to protect there's a reason to protect a young child's mind until they can make up their mind when they are older about who they are trying to be. But here you're trying to decide for them.
So here the issue is about how you package the message.
How you package the message.
Code it.
Yes. How you package the message.
But well,
it's wrong to police art. It's wrong to police art. But it should be an artist's responsibility and the society as well, by the way. It's because you've let them kuwemula. You have allowed them to. The TVs ngazo zibakuba. Day in, day out, this is what they want to watch. So
maybe that's what sells.
Maybe sex sells. Yeah. Sex sells, right?
Yeah.
But how would you want your daughter to behave when she's No, let me ask him a question. Yes, sex sells. Do you want your daughter to sell?
It's my responsibility to make sure my kids don't listen to adult stuff.
No, that's an excuse.
Because these days you even find young people in shows, kids.
Yeah, but that's an excuse. Your excuse, Mbo. It's not your responsibility alone. Speaking as an Navudeo Damu artist, now I'm speaking as an African.
Saying,
it is not your responsibility.
You asked me as a parent, so I make sure
as a parent, yes,
in my home, this stuff doesn't get to the kids.
As a parent, how many hours do you spend with your child?
It doesn't matter, because an example like YouTube.
Okay. So UCC, UCC should not exist. It should not exist because every parent should just do their job.
It has no moral.
Actually, even the police should not exist because every parent can do it.
UCC's job is not to police morals.
Okay, even polices morals, doesn't it?
It's not supposed to.
But killing is part of morality. Morality, isn't it?
Yeah, but that is extreme.
Killing, stealing, what?
We're talking about art.
Uh-huh.
UCC should not police morality.
This is a very, very delicate. It regulates the content. But the thing is that my point is that they have let it go on for so long that people think it's the norm.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to take it back because from the content that has been consumed, it's very hard to take it back. From Lokodo tried to tell us about our miniskirts. We are like, now Lokodo, you're old. Miniskirts are miniskirts and whatever. I think society changes towards a certain direction. My point is, right, there are TVs that you pay for, and you pay for the content, right? You sign up, email your Niger, Gamba, you've subscribed. By na email you, then you're eligible to watch. Netflix, HBO, you voluntarily went there and never take a call age, usually 18 over 21. But I'm talking about the TVs where you put it on and it's on.
But right now, I think we all pay for TVs.
We all pay for TVs?
The digital age, we have to have a decoder to watch TV.
So there's no more free TV? TVs are free.
But you have to have a decoder to access any channels, right?
So there is free to air. There is
so
free
are you saying
to air,
that
and still you need a decoder for free to air.
Yeah,
but you buy it once.
And now
but the point is
you
that
can lock
the point
certain
is
channels.
but the point is that the same channels where I'm going to watch news, where I'm going to get cultural enrichment, is also the same channel which is going to. The digitalization does not mean the incudization.
Yeah, but you have
voluntary or whatever.
You have the options to like lock certain channels because it's a decoder.
Well,
how many parents are that whatever digitally savvy?
So now now UCC's job is to like sensitize people on how to use these certain things.
For me, I think these two guys are like what you would say Jesus. He's dying for very many people's sins. That they're the ones, they've made them the epitome of let's use these as an example. But if you look at explicit content in the same language, it is a lot, even way before these guys started to sing the music. All that, and sometimes the trucks that pass through the city are playing that. So what's worse, they're even giving it they are taking it to the people everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. You've let this go on for so long.
Exactly.
I'm afraid it might be too late to
it's too late, because even those who pass,
I'm not saying that you shouldn't do anything, but it might be too late because the minds of the youth are already corrupted. Very,
very corrupted. And I think what they should do is to work on regulating more. That's why we always have PG this, PG that. We always have censoring. I don't know why radio stations don't censor, or TV stations. All this.
So even America, which is about free speech, expression, and whatever, there are things you cannot say on a radio station. You actually have to create two versions.
Yeah.
I also create a clean version and a radio version for some songs.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Even a TV edit.
Yeah.
The songs you should just be able to find on YouTube.
Exactly.
While the TV edit is really, really clean.
Yeah.
But here, abasajja baasiriwala, abakyala baasiriwala, byonna ne bituula mu living room, ne biraba n'abaana, ne bisinika, okiraba. Ate mbu batuwemudde. No, you sat and I clearly remember with my parents, we always forwarded the sex scenes in movies. We knew what was going on, but you couldn't. You couldn't.
For us who were told, they passed a lot.
But what?
When those scenes come through, they look at you to see whether you're going to stay there.
The kids just walk out.
You know what to do already. You already know what to do. Man, you step out. But after they will tell you, when you grow up, you'll have a choice.
You see that? That is a parent.
They will tell me that when you grow up.
That was a parent doing their job, but during that time, UBC, UTV, UBC, whatever it was called by then.
Yeah.
Nga tosobola kujjako pingu n'oteekako ebyo ebyekisiro.
Yeah, that's for sure.
when the TV closes.
But do
The TV would close with Fred Makamazivu.
Do you have watch hours for that?
I can't believe I'm turning into the old man right now. We used to watch TV and then it used to end.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, because right now I believe, I always see myself as a young guy, by the way. It's until I meet people. Like this guy just told me, I've never like really seen you perform. Nengo musajja mukulu lubachoya. But I think even for my generation, kale tunenye generations zonna ezigenze zijja. There are generations that have lagged behind on their responsibility. Generation A yatusingako a little bit that came before. The kids of the 70s, you lagged a lot in your responsibilities to your countries and your societies and to the next generation. Ochiraba. So now that those people are in power to control things, like, come on, this shouldn't be the songs that are on rotation. Ochiraba. I hate to sound old, and I hate policing art. I'm strictly speaking as an African here. If you find me in my artist realm, it's so different. But here, I'm talking about my nephews, my cousins, and I'm looking at their brains and what's being fed to them.
That comes, and there was a Jamaican who came to the country. In the middle of that conversation,
then they bring out Gomesi and violate it.
You understand?
And they violate the Gomesi.
So,
and what did they say? Nothing.
Yeah, but still, UCC regulates who comes through and everything, so they need to do their job better.
Let me tell you something. This Gomesi, we own it, we call it ours, but it's not really ours, though.
Yeah.
But man, do you know, there's something, I've never found that dancing, like, I don't even know why people, do you know, let me put it this way. There's something they call slapstick comedy, right? Waliwo comedy waba dikula. That shit is not funny to me. But it's funny for some people, a certain class of people, Biba Sanyusa. For me, humping someone on stage, it's not funny to me. It's not entertainment, is it?
It's not.
Isn't?
It's not good at all.
It's not really, and I enjoy, and I totally enjoy watching a lady twerk. But adding a man to that and humping on stage, to me, there's a cut now, like it. I don't know. Like maybe because twerking is part of the African tradition, abakazi, Tanzania, twerking and whatever, and even over here when you're dancing Maganda, something shakes, or basoga and whatever, but the humping on stage is like, nah, that's too much. That's too much, my guy. Like there's some things which you do, a classy person wouldn't do that. Like I think that's where you separate the class of the artist. There's the way you separate. Like you would never see Jay-Z humping Beyonce on stage.
But what's the difference?
Much as Beyonce can dance and twerk and do whatever she wants on her own, they'll hold hands on stage and give you a whole tour.
I wanted to ask you, what's the difference?
Yeah.
When like you talked about the humping, if somebody does it alone, but they are depicting that same act.
African dances are sexual.
No, I'm talking like guys who go down on stage and they act like, you know, is that a ritual?
Like alone? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, like somebody goes on stage and, you know, it's like they're humping the stage.
I've never seen
the
that.
Floor. You've never seen that? On the ground and, you know, they're bouncing back and forth.
What shows do you go to? That doesn't happen on the shows where I go to, bro.
Maybe that, but I've...
Stop going to these shows that
I actually don't even go to shows that much.
What?
I'm taking some level of pretense from you.
Yeah, but if you've seen...
Don't tell me that you're not seeing these things happening.
No, give me an example. Where?
If you've seen... have you know a musician called Spice?
Spice?
Jamaican.
Diana?
No, Jamaican.
Spice Diana?
No, Spice.
The only Spice that I know is Diana.
Spice Diana,
Chirungo.
Okay. Yeah, but all the...
Dr. Medina jiteka mwe birungo ani alemese ndongo yange.
Yeah.
You're still talking about Spice.
Yeah, or everything. Just imagine everything they do when they are together, like Dexter, Dubs, and the lady
Yeah.
he was dancing with.
Yeah.
So just imagine either the lady doing it, but with an imaginary.
I know whatever.
Yes.
I gamba dumplings, manyoba what big as pumpkin, bichi. I know Spice. I know the Spice you're talking about. But let me just draw the parallel for you here. Ever since Jamaica had begun doing that music and promoting it to be at their forefront, they have never been back to being top of the world music, global music stage ever again. Like compare Buju, when Buju was Buju, doing his thing at the top of his game, Zitil Shilo. Compare that to Bob Marley. Compare that to the Capletons and the music that they sang. And compare it to where they are singing this bullshit about being a shutter, about all this sex and this. There's a level it ends at that it cannot transcend. If you cannot really put it in,
it's morally,
if Daddy, Mommy, and whatever cannot bump that song while they are going on a road trip, if they cannot play it in the living room,
you have a limit.
So for you, you're taking the least part of the essence of tradition and society life, and you're taking that to be the standard of everybody's standard. That's the problem. That's what I have a problem with. That the least representation of the essence of music, when we standard to be the highest, that should be the ceiling. That all of us to siruwale, to kolebe byekisiru on stage doing that. There's a time for that. There's a time for that. But not on regular TV, my G. Not on free TV.
And on stage. And they do it.
And you know what? They do that and it's the highlight. I think I'm coming back to a very different Uganda. They do that and it's the highlight,
of
the
everywhere.
whole country, the whole show. And they have all enjoyed, and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be the hip hop artist. I'm the one who sang Chikankane, but that's too much for me. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But I love twerking though. Twerking is African.
You love girls who twerk.
I do. I actually do. I love that. I love that. But when it comes to a guy humping a girl on stage, nah.
So everything has been sexualized, and I think this has been the influence from mostly the West.
What West? Why are you blaming Western Uganda?
The US, not the Western Uganda. The Wild Wide West.
It isn't the West alone. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The West has not really, how do I put it? All these things we're talking about were here already. There's nothing new that has been. Africans have always been hypersexual.
Yeah.
But the thing is that in our societies there were always layers to how you exposed to that, and there was actually used to be rituals for how you get introduced to that.
Exactly.
There's a reason why a girl becomes a woman. There was a ritual for that.
So we are more disciplined.
Not even just discipline, but just keeping the order.
Yeah.
Even your brain, the brain of a child needs to be protected.
Exactly.
I hate to be, I'm supposed to be the rapper. I'm supposed to be the irresponsible one. But how come you're putting me in a position where I'm the one preaching?
Why are you saying you're supposed to be irresponsible? Rappers
I don't want to be the one to save the world.
Rappers are supposed to, they are the poets. They're the ones to educate us. I'm
supposed to be singing Uchiwali.
You're going to make other rappers. There is a rap song.
Nothing to learn from.
But I was just observing that in my role, I think right now.
Yeah.
I'm no longer just G.N.L, but I'm Uncle G. Like honestly, I see so many people. If I keep quiet, because I usually keep quiet and stay out of people's business.
Yeah.
But there's some issues, not no bro. Let me pull you aside. Let me pull your coat on the side. Like if you do that way, you're going to be earning money only for short times. But how do you strategize so that you can eating forever?
Yeah. I was telling Jonathan that there is a rap song that girls are making challenges of a lot on TikTok, and I told him I like the song and the way it's flowing, but I don't like the choice of lyrics he's choosing to use and what he's saying in the song. I feel like it's going to limit his potential. Yeah.
Which song is that?
It's called.
Oh, that's the song we just off our chat. Hey.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, your talent, and
that's the title of the song.
do you know putting something very nicely together, but then it can't be sold. Like you put in all your creativity, but you can't sell it.
Maybe they think that's what sells.
But guys, let me first tell you something about creating songs like that.
Yeah,
you can win for a while, but it never really ends well.
Yeah,
unless you correct course, but it never really ends. I'm not going to say, but just observe all the examples.
Yeah,
it works for a while.
Yeah,
but it never really ends well. That's where I'm going to leave it for now.
Yeah.
It works for a while. It does. It really does. But it never ends well, from my observation.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Because someone like me who is in a position maybe to create an opportunity for you, now I hold back.
I've had an opportunity. We're talking about now spiritually. Spiritually, when you open that gate, it never ends well.
And also the kids who start off dissing.
The top.
It never ends well.
Yeah.
You're already closing because that person has brought very many people that you have to go through, but you diss the top, then this one you're supposed to go through shut seat
plus the bridges.
Yeah. And then that's where you're going to be.
Guys, what do you think of the state of hip hop this year?
State of hip hop?
Yeah, worldwide, not only in Uganda. Because Fat Joe said
it's in a I would say it's in a sorry state.
What a time to be alive, you mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because Fat Joe said like this was like the worst year in hip hop culture.
Fat Joe exaggerates.
But he has a point.
I love Fat Joe, but okay, he has his point of view. Tell me what he said.
The assassination
tell me what
Jopra
said. He calls himself Jopra now.
He was like, we had like Diddy arrested, like hip hop mogul and icon, and then the accusations on Jay-Z, and then also
rappers getting locked up.
Yeah, rappers get locked up, and also I think because this album didn't do that well, maybe
the picture,
because he released an album and
I didn't even know he released an album.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
But also the picture painted.
Shout outs to Joey Crack, Don Cartagena.
Yeah.
Don Cartagena is actually an OG who deserves all the respect. All the respect. But in his opinion, I'm going to ask for all these things that have happened, right?
Yeah.
What year was different? There were years when Tupac and Biggie were shot.
Yeah.
There were years when just rappers just died, like young rappers just died. These are just two people we're hearing about, but because the giant has stumbled, it makes like a lot of noise. You get me?
Yeah.
But there have been years in Chicago where they have buried like 100 people in 1 year. So I think hip hop as a culture is evolving. It's evolving.
Have we ever had a good year?
Oh yeah, 94, 2000, 2002, and also the year that Nas came back and gave us King's Disease. The year that Jay-Z filled up Madison Square. When Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre did Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Jay-Z became head of the NFL. Like, we can look at all the negatives, but we should also celebrate, like, there's so many positives. When Kanye West became a billionaire, he couldn't wait to rub it in the faces of Forbes. It's like, you made Kylie a billionaire before me because you have something against me. Like, actually, that brother, man, she shouldn't have done all those mistakes. We missed that brother. Like, seriously. The industry actually needs... So, Fat Joe can say it has been a bad year for him. But Travis Scott...
Maybe should have said for him.
Travis Scott is having a time of his life.
Yeah.
Kendrick is having a time of his life. Drake is a bad year.
Yeah.
But he's also has now another collaboration with the NFL.
Yeah.
So, I mean... You told me the man's album didn't do well. His best friends are getting arrested. DJ Khaled can't put out another mixtape because I think DJ Khaled is also ducking from the Palestine issue.
Yeah.
and also that most of his collaborators are having trouble. He can't call Drake for collabo. He cannot call Jay-Z.
But what outweighs the other more?
What outweighs the other in terms
of the successes and then the downfalls over the years?
For me, I think the bigger issue here is that there's a reconfiguration of music as a whole that's going on. Like, so many people have been fired. So many people have been in top jobs at like Capitol Records, at these Universals. They have all cut their stuff in nearly half. To me, that's a more scary fact than...
Why is that? Is it because the industry is dying? The music industry is dying?
Finish this. As a hip hop fan, finish this sentence for me. I'm going to say a bar. Huh? NLE, mami.
Yeah.
Oh. Can take our AI, yao. NLE, mami. AI. The AI revolution is like undercutting so many people. So many people are losing jobs. As in, whatever took you time to create, time is going to come when you, the producers, might not be needed that much. Where all your technology and all your skills and all your creations, AI has studied them so much that I'm just buying what I need to create in an app.
Yeah.
As an artist, Gangaba Ugambi, give me a beat that mimics Sean Paul.
That's already there.
That has Ketranada, that has elements of Dr. Dre.
That's already there.
And it creates it for me.
That's already
there.
Yeah, Soundful.
And then I'm like, okay, now ready my other app to record a rap verse. I'm just giving commands to create music. Yeah. So now, all these other people who used to do like marketing, preparing albums, pictures. Nowadays in album art, I just go to Grok. And I'm like, Grok. Give me a picture of G.N.L Zamba in water with spaceships landing. Name per option. Yeah. Before, I used to first call, man, graphic designer. I just sent a nyingi.
Yeah.
Man, the other time, you know now dollars. Guy, one calm down. You're good at shitting. Or even Uganda. You get like all that. Dollars. So all that talk where we are bargaining until it does quality work for me, we make the corrections. Nowadays, I just command this thing to give me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, instantly.
Like, that is changing music, the power of music from the hands of the creatives. And it's benefiting the people who are manufacturing the apps. And the people who are manufacturing the apps do not really give a about art. Boba Jirabula being a products to make money off of. Yeah. They don't get the value we have when we are creating a freestyle no gamba. Oh my God, that bar, John Gereko. They don't get like when I'm in office and I hear you making a beat and they're like, and I'm like, that's a hit right there.
That's the one.
They don't get that. They don't get that exchange. They don't get that catharsis. They don't get that therapy. Man, when I first listened to this song about what no, all that is going. For me, I think that's the more sad picture of what's coming for creatives. But then again, there's always a silver lining that if you're creative, it makes you more creative.
For sure. That's what I was about to say.
That the spirit always shines through.
It's like a tool that you use
to
make your work better.
And me, I think with AI, they are just bringing back all the creation and the creativity, rather, and just putting it back so that it doesn't go to waste.
AI is actually studying our work.
AI is just studying. AI does not create on its own. It just studies what's there. Then it works on that.
Yeah.
So, for example, let me show you how how crazy this is. I told my nephews that for their birthday, I'm going to record a song for each. Right? I told them, go write for me songs. I just want to play with them, but in a creativity.
These guys went to ChatGPT.
These kids went to
ChatGPT.
They went. I don't know what AI they used, but they bumper songs in like a very short time, and they're like, and I even gave it a couchy chorus. I'm like, bro, you left the command. When you copied and sent me this, the command I can't really see. I'm like, you use AI. Then the Kayang one was like, how did you know we used AI? That's where we are.
Yeah.
But it was a decent verse.
Yeah.
It was a decent verse, as in, I know some rappers who in Uganda
who are
would
using
survive.
AI. I don't know if there are any rappers using AI. I think
they already
would we
AI here. Ne waliwo abayimba mu Luganda lwokka nga
AI, yeah.
And that he has to do it in English, translating in Luganda. He still has work to do.
Yeah, but then I don't think AI can give you your story.
What do you mean?
Your personal experience.
Your personal experiences over time.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The very first version of ChatGPT was not as smart.
Yeah.
The second version, it was different.
It was sharpened a little bit.
It depends on the prompt that you give.
And then before we know it, they added the voice command thing, where you just go and then you tap and you tell it what to do.
Yeah.
Bruh, that was a game changer for me because I don't really like typing that much. Because that's a game changer. Now, there's a version that you pay for. And I'm telling you, that's a different dimension. That's different. That's different from the level at which niggas are playing at.
Yeah. At least I know there is a language AI can't.
Are you saying Amoti writes his jokes using ChatGPT?
No, I can't say that. But you have a point there.
Yeah.
Amoti, by the way, congratulations to Amoti on your you celebrating a decade. Amoti is organic. Amoti is organic.
It's actually 2 decades. You said.
But if you give, it's 2 decades, 3 decades. I think it must be 3 decades, right? 25.
Yeah, 2. So he has more 5 to go.
And also in the same breath, rest in peace to Mola Mese. Mola Mese. They said he died in California, but I didn't know he was in. Maybe Agenda Yonga Mvudeyo. He was always there. I never got a chance to meet him. But I remember Mola Mese was one of those people who first gave hip hop nights a place to perform. Baliba ku Equatorio, the basement, another basement. Baliba Soka Jita Viper Room, then they called it, then it became the basement. But he used to give us as young rappers a chance to just go nateka kebyuma ngali mu office and we just go freestyle on like bigger speakers, and for us that was so, man, when I read that I was shocked that he was in California. And I never got a chance to meet him again. Man, so it was a sad story. So rest in peace to Mola Mese. The reason I mentioned Mola Mese is because for those who don't know is that he was also part of the original members of Amarula family. So it was Pade Bitama, Mola Mese, and Amoti. Amoti is the only one left now.
He's the only surviving member.
Yeah, so only surviving member. Man, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Congratulations to Amoti. You know, AI cannot write Amoti's jokes, but if you gave AI all of Amoti's jokes written down, it will give you a joke that might sound Amotious. Then you're going to be like, before you know it, it will be like, should I model for you an Amoti? One thing that first blew my mind when I first went to LA. So I got a chance the very first time, because this was even before I moved. Because this is one of the things that made me decide to move. So I'm with my Mukazi, and she has a meeting at Bad Robot. Bad Robot is one of those very famous. J. Abrahams has a studio, Bajita Bad Robot. So she tells me she has this meeting. I'm like, you're going to a studio, a real studio? I'm like, Kawa, sawa, I'm going with you. So we go in there, and we look at the address. We're like, we must be at the right place. It's a very big building, right? A Kuliko sign. There's nothing to show you that you've arrived. No, these people put Gabil, but nothing. So we first moved and passed. We're like, maybe the entrance is this way, maybe this way. We parked on the street. So we're standing out there, and then the door opens, and it's like, she's waiting for you. But we're on the street, so we go through. And when you enter in there, it's like a whole different world, offices and shit. But you enter a world where people are working in shorts. So what's funny is, what I can't forget is that when I heard of a meeting, Hollywood, tie, suit. In there, I was the only one who was out of place. That when we were in the meeting, the woman asked my wife if I was her agent. Because in Hollywood, only agents wear suits.
Yeah.
And lawyers maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, but everyone there was in shorts, balimu, flats. But how do we get to that story? Is because it was the very first time, so they gave me a tour, right? I'm like, oh man, this is amazing, bichi, bichi, bichi. So like, oh, let me show you around. So they give us a tour, and there was this. It was the first time I saw a photocopier. That photocopies 3D.
3D printer.
3D printer.
Yeah.
But this is like way before. Now I've been there like close to a decade. But before I moved there, they already had it.
Yeah.
You get me?
Wow.
So it's the first time I saw that, and I was like, oh wow. And they would create like, it would be monsters and whatever. They would just like design it and then 3D print it. And they showed us the ones that were in some of the movies that they're creating.
Yeah.
Is that Star Trek? Is that Avicii? And it's like, yeah, now they're working on some other TV version of that movie and what. So it was such an amazing experience. And then after everything, we go to the roof. In Uganda, when it's work time, serious. Bruh, in LA, when we went to the rooftop, it was wine, sunset, akasana, akali bright, abantu bakuba muziki, side zeri. But everyone who has a project, the project is working and it's on time. Gulabanga batakola, but there's actually work going on. Ngolaba teams ziriao, omuziki guli mu background, they are drinking, they are doing whatever, but they are discussing or shooting ideas of what the script would be. So bagenda okuva wao to go to their places nga bamaliza episode. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be mad creating this way. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
But I think when it comes to like people who are in the art industry, that's how they work. Even here, they don't be in suits. They don't be.
Yes.
It's the other people that they act so busy.
Ate nga tebalina kyebako naye bagayi baffe baganda baffe abakola mu cubicle mwefula nnyo busy.
There is one time they showed I think it was a CCTV footage of I think it was a government worker. I don't remember clearly.
She was eating katogo.
No, it was a dude.
He was eating katogo.
No. So it was a full, like how the day goes at work. This guy walks in, goes into the elevator.
No. Why were they embarrassing the guy?
Then goes to his desk, sits and first rotates. First looks at the watch. I think it was lunchtime. He came out, went, ate, came back again, sat. Time went, now it's evening time to go home. He packed his shit and went back home.
Oh, man.
And they're like, this is,
supervisor,
a day in the life.
Yeah, but some like workers literally do nothing at work.
Yeah, about those guys who come to...
Some organizations actually block social media. But these websites, you can't go on them on your time.
Yeah.
But you're having to regulate grown adults.
Yeah, some guys can come to work at 9, midday 1, he goes out for lunch. They don't come back after lunch.
But that doesn't matter. For me, that does not matter. As long as the project you're working on is being delivered. Or you can even work out of the cubicle ogenda obongo ne expanding from elsewhere. If you're a sales guy, why don't you go out there and actually meet clients, like bring some business in than okutula obutuzi mu kifo ekimu. Yeah, man. But so do you guys think that this was the worst year for hip hop? In your let me hear from you first, Mr. Green Amani Kohiba.
For me, I think it was okay. Not the best year for hip hop, of course, but it was a good year. You get. What else? We had Kendrick with a smash hit. I think it was a good year.
I don't think it's the music where they say the worst year.
I think it was good because we had people like Exhibit dropping tracks.
People don't even know Exhibit.
Ice Cube.
Because those things happen. Those things are expected. Like if you're an artist and you're working on music, you're basically working on the best piece.
We're
and
it needs
to
the
top
legends
charts.
coming back.
Yeah.
Like this year, we had like so many of them dropping.
Yeah.
We even had like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg dropping. Like it's been a very good year for hip hop, according to me. Eminem dropped an album.
Yeah.
Like this year was really dope for hip hop.
Yeah.
Good. We even had Zamba come back and perform, locally speaking. So it was really dope.
In UG,
in my own opinion.
in Uganda.
We even had the hip hop awards.
Yeah.
Now those
Hey,
ones.
we had hip hop awards.
Yeah, UG hip hop. Now those ones.
They happened.
They happened.
They did. I was actually supposed
You are
to go.
nominated.
Yeah, I was. And I didn't win, but shout outs to whoever won.
Yeah.
But I had to send a representative because us as a hip hop blog, we need to you know, it's
news.
part of our obligation to be part of hip hop, you know, initiatives everywhere.
Yeah.
UG hip hop awards. We want to like them. We want to love them. But they make it so hard for us to be positive.
They are not ours.
Who is
they
they?
belong to a crew.
The organizers.
Mm.
They make it so hard for us to find like the positive sides to it. Because first of all, the award shape, that thing is always changing every year. Today the mic is this way, the next year the award, the mic is the other side, the next year the award, the plaque is somehow. You get? Like every year it keeps changing. I don't know why they do that. It makes the award lose value to me.
Yeah.
That's my own perspective.
Yeah.
And then also there's this lady that won the award, best female, and the way she was dressed.
Gee, why are you looking on the sides?
No, I'm actually admiring the whatever of my guitar. I'm looking at my guitar. I'm like, you know, this was a well-crafted guitar, you know.
You're talking about what lady?
Ninja C. She was dressed like, man, like you try to like the hip hop awards and they are trying so hard to
What
make
was
us
wrong
hate
with the
it.
way she was dressed?
I'll show you the pictures.
Shout outs to Ninja C,
no,
by
no,
the
no,
way.
no.
We should put the
Congrats
pictures
on
here.
your win.
No.
Congrats on your win,
Ninja C.
Ninja
Ninja
C.
C is a personal friend. I'm not going to let you slander her name.
We are not slandering her name.
What was wrong with the way she was dressed?
She was dressed like
First, hold up. You're saying we are not.
What are you saying? What did I say?
I'm saying him. He's saying we are not slandering her name.
we are not slandering her name. We are now talking
You
about
No, me. I've just shouted out Ninja C. Shout outs to you. Congratulations on your
She
win.
won?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she won.
What did she win?
Female rap of the year.
Oh, she
And-
won. Oh,
Yes. Shout outs to you,
I
Ninja
love-
C. And you are very smart.
I
on,
love Ninja C. I don't know ono guy bawagana buwaganyi kumu. He might be having a kabif because you cannot say Ninja C and dressed badly in one sentence. I don't believe you because I've known her since she was a teenager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And she's always won like superbly.
Why is it that when somebody is trying to like criticize something that is not going well, you guys start adding beef? Like, why can't you listen to somebody's?
Because we don't
criticism?
believe you. You need more people.
Did you see how she was dressed?
What
No,
he's
I need
trying
to
to
see
say?
it.
What he's trying to say? Why is it that when he's trying to criticize someone, you always
you have
come
to,
in and
you have to blackmail me not to say what I want
he
to
feels
say.
blackmailed?
No. Since when is hip hop about even how you dress?
It's about the showbiz side of
I
the
think
business.
that is a
Okay,
personal
but we are trying to raise
observation.
it.
No.
Back.
I think umuteko kupanga mwina mwaka, you have something against Ninja C.
Yeah, you
No,
pro-
something
why would
you
I
have
have
against
something
don't
against
say,
Ninja C?
but you keep saying moo.
Moo. Don't include
Who
us.
and
Don't
who?
include us.
Why would
Ninja
they have
C-
something against Ninja C?
No, because I've
She's
known
a dope
Ninja. Because
rapper.
I've known Ninja C for a very long time. She's a friend, and I've seen her dress, and there isn't even a day
I'm
that
talking
she
about
has
these
not
particular
dressed.
awards.
Nayanga.
I'm not saying how she dresses every day.
Nayanga.
You get? And also at these awards, the people who
Why are you
attended,
stammering now?
the people who are in the awards, you guys are blackmailing me. Let me speak. Let me speak. Why are you trying to make me?
Hey, Ninja C has an army of ninjas.
You guys,
Ninjas are everywhere.
Shout outs to Ninja C, man. Shout outs to
man.
Ninja C.
Yeah, loud,
You
so loud.
under
did
the
your
bus,
thing.
but it's not going to work.
But one thing I like about Ninja C is that she's kept on going regardless of, because for an artist, most especially a female, among, a male-dominated genre,
Yeah.
it's not easy to keep up and keep doing your thing, because they are always discouraged on all levels.
No, you should, first of all, you should put some respect on Ninja C's name.
No, you have to see, guys, I'm not saying I don't respect her. I like how she her craft, her art, but how she was dressed for a hip hop award, an award ceremony, no.
Okay, how did
I stand by my word.
How did you expect her to dress?
I'm talking about my observation. This is my observation. You guys can give your own observations. And the guys who are at the award ceremony, most of them were only the nominees. I didn't see fans. Like I was seeing nominees.
You went there?
You are a nominee and you didn't go.
No, I sent a representative. I sent, check.
Not attend.
I had reasons. First of all, I'm one of those guys who never misses.
Yeah, but you
and even that time, I had obligations.
You had a show to prepare for.
Yeah, I had a show to prepare for, and also the artist. Yeah, I'm responsible for. Yeah, I had to be there for them. You understand?
So that means
I had to send a representative from Baboon Forest. You understand? Yeah, but
that shows you it does not command that respect for you to have.
No, it does, because I've been there before, and I've attended. So
I think the show he was preparing for, the artist was going to get a bag.
Yeah,
and
so
the value.
The other one did not have a bag. This man respects the bag. Yeah.
So the other thing,
food and a bag.
Yeah.
I respect hip hop awards. I respect the bag. But when you have obligations, you can delegate. At least I learned that from the big man here, Mr. G.
What did you say?
Like if you're you're being vigilant, you're like before.
Guys,
but the thing is,
do better if we don't criticize the wrong.
Yeah, but I think there is also let me first say what I learned from him is to delegate whenever you're not able to do something. So that it goes on. You keep going. Everything gets taken care of.
Yeah.
So I think also the levels of criticizing, there are levels to criticizing. There is when you come off personal. Yeah,
this sounds very personal.
You see, you guys want to box me.
No, I'm just giving by the general perspective. I'm just giving a general perspective.
The first thing I said is these awards keep changing shape. Is that nice?
No, because I need. You also said you don't know why.
If it's a Grammy,
you also said you don't know why.
And then one day they said this year's
on that one you have a point. On that one you have a point.
Yeah, because there is a time we were doing shows here.
Awards ezimwe baziolanga bayola mukutia. Osanga balenga n'ogamba mpayo awards awards.
There is when something kicks off, it's like saying that why have they kept on changing sponsorships?
I'm talking about the shape of the award.
No, I'm talking about because
sponsors can change.
Yeah, sponsors can change. So this is a growing thing. And they haven't yet probably figured out.
Because growing means that it starts to be here, and then it grows there, right?
Yeah.
But on this one, the guys who in the streets, what I was seeing online and X, why people are calling it Mukayu.
Yeah. But the same people.
Ugandans are harsh on Twitter, right? But I think it came from an arena to a.
It keeps on going down.
Yeah, now the next time it's going to be in somebody's sitting room.
Yeah, but you're watching.
That's why if we don't criticize these guys, they're not going to change.
Yeah, but I think to me it's more of how can I be part of the change.
This time a bishop like a chapati.
You get it? They're going to come with a word that give you a Nile.
I've always been one of those guys who is like, you know what? I'm not going to stand on the side and criticize. I'm going to try and be part of the change.
And you didn't even attend.
You understand?
But
I
didn't even attend the award.
I keep on telling you. I keep on telling you that I sent a representative. That is respective enough.
And how is that building the award?
Yeah.
Actually, on that, even the people that were nominated, the winners, most of them,
they didn't turn up for the award.
Yeah, so I think the issue is how this is promoted and how people are receiving the whole thing.
Because
People are not reciprocating with
it because these guys are not doing the right thing.
So what do you think?
We have to come out and say it. If we don't say it,
so
we won't see any change. This is hip hop. We love hip hop.
So do you talk about what they are doing wrong or what they should do right?
We have to talk about what they are doing wrong first. We address the problem.
Then after,
like, guys, the problem is here.
So
then
for how long?
Address the problem, then we can bring solutions. You can't bring.
For how long have you known the problem?
I'm seeing an award change this time. Yeah, I'm like, but wait a minute. This guy is every year. You get? So I'm thinking,
did you receive it? Yeah, so you're in the background as well.
With Rachel Ray, my artist won like 3 awards.
Yeah.
That means I respect them. By the time I went and received the awards, I respected them. But I'm talking about them like going down every time.
Yeah, and you
the
ask yourself,
are losing value every time.
Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye.
Anyway, enough of
Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye.
But I think.
Do you know what that is?
You
know what that is? When you're playing guitar, the E string, the S string, D string, G string, G string. Very important.
Yeah. So okay.
The B string.
Yeah.
And then the E string.
Let's leave those guys now because there's a lot of negative things to talk about the awards.
Yeah.
How about the positives? What were the positives?
Yeah, what were the positives?
The positives is that they actually like did what they had promised to do. Like the awards will go down. It happened. You get?
So did they go down as they happened or they went down? Be positive.
The positive thing is that the awards happened.
Positive.
I'm being positive. The awards happened.
Well,
you get? The awards happened.
Okay, but you said they went down. Like, okay.
If the school is not performing well, who do you go for? The students or the
headmaster?
Firing the headmaster. Is it going to change the way teachers teach?
No, when you fire the headmaster, yes, the new one that comes will evaluate the teachers. I'm like, this one is not.
No, the better analogy is, right? The better analogy is if the students are hungry in the school where portion and beans and meat and all these other things that were bought.
Yeah.
Right? If the students are hungry, who do you blame?
If they are hungry and there is food?
Yes.
The one who is not giving.
You blame the cook, eh? And who else?
For not cooking the food, what do you blame them for?
If the food is there.
There is food. Okay, then when you go to the cook and the cook says the headmaster got all the food and kept it in his store at his house, who do you blame?
The headmaster.
So those are the awards. Is a hip hop in a nutshell.
By headmaster
in a nutshell.
So who is responsible for the headmasters?
It's the headmaster. Maybe the Minister of Education.
So I think we should now look at.
we should overthrow.
Is there a next?
Don't talk to me. Don't come to me.
Is there a next?
What did I do? I gave you headmasters. I don't come to the Minister of Education. Don't.
The ministry gave us the headmaster, and the headmaster is not doing the job. We have to go back to the ministry for another headmaster.
Pause.
But guys. Enough
but
about this, guys.
Gave you a headmaster.
Enough about this UG awards.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. What? What? I didn't hear what you said.
Also, guys,
saying pause, you're starting guys, with a point.
There's another trend in UG whereby, like, next year, there are a lot of like shows and concerts.
I think it was nice that the hip hop awards happened, though.
That's what I said. I said the only good thing about it that it happened.
Yeah, at least we have where to start from.
Yeah. Maybe.
But every silver lining has a dark cloud.
Maybe you guys next year, man.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, would we rather not have or have?
This year?
Have what?
It shouldn't have
the
happened.
Awards or not?
It shouldn't have happened.
For me, I didn't even know that the awards had happened until somebody told me. I don't know. I don't even know how I got to know about the award. I think it was someone asking me. I think someone wanted Transi. I think someone wanted a Transi. Got my Uncle G. I want to go. Now, where are you going? I'm going for an event. Which one? Why are you being like?
He's not being straight.
Yeah, you're not being straight. Then I gave the transit. They didn't want to ask many questions. I thought he was going on a date. But then they were there. Then they told us that they had gone for a ceremony. So I was like, was there a red carpet? Like what?
So you get those guys? Nah.
Nimble. Okay. Why are there so many concerts in January? First of all, I was born in January, Aquarius season. Why are we being invaded by so many shows? Each and every one wants to show in January because January is the best month actually. I know in a show in January.
I had Spice,
Spice,
Pass,
Chirungo,
Spice, A-Pass.
A-Pass. Catherine Kusasira.
Also,
We trust you on that band music. That's your territory. Right? Man, we're at a hip hop spot. They're going to cool it up. You're like, where's that
I know you.
Yeah. But I think it's a good thing that there is no one who has put up a show on the same day as another person.
As another person, eh?
Yeah.
But
24th was who and who?
It was first Ragadi, then King Saha, then Ragadi moved.
Ragadi moved for King Sahai.
He was the better person in that argument.
Who was the better person?
Ragadi, like not.
I thought that he was Obadewegala Kuzala Waranka.
Because I think it's
Spice.
Catholic Kusasira and Spice. But it's a different market. I think those ones can work because they're serving different people. Eh? Yeah.
Yeah, it can.
And also, by the time someone announces that my concert, that means the preparations that have gone into it. So switching, it's usually a challenge. Someone could think that it's just a date, just change.
Yes.
It's not that easy. Yeah.
You reserved the venue.
Yeah, all those things. So you have to go back and look for a month that is not booked, stuff like that, or a date,
Yeah.
For me, I think people do those events in Jan to open the year with a bang as an artist, like in your plans.
The big bang.
Yeah, you open the year with.
But I think it has also been like a very strange year for entertainment.
Yeah.
That I think people did not want to go with the strangeness of it, like everybody wanted. Because I remember when Chameleon was the very first artist to ever say Echivulu Kanchiteke mu January. I think he was the first person to ever do that. Because most people used to say, people are looking for school fees. I don't know. All of the excuse, but guy, you actually could take a wow.
There's a time they
say, and by the way, they become like popular belief. If you tell someone that you're organizing something like like they have all sorts of like theories. The only thing I respect is when people say that's a month for Lent and the Muslims are fasting. That one, if you make a show, you might also do guamo. By increasing the Kampala, you might succeed. You might succeed somehow, somewhere.
They used to say that,
but good luck with everybody who's having a concert in January. We are rooting for you. Whose concert are you planning to attend of all those? A-Pass, okay.
Yeah.
Aliku Serena?
Yeah.
A-Pass is a friend of ours, and it's amazing music. Yeah. So A-Pass, we are looking forward to a great show. Yeah.
Your first maiden concert, like.
Oh, it's really the very first one.
Yeah, we are really excited. Back to back.
And shout outs to Maureen also, who is a friend of ours who manages A-Pass. Momo. Yeah. So that's the only show you guys are attending. You're not going to for Chirungo's show?
Which guys?
Yeah?
Which guys?
Us. Me.
Okay.
He's asking.
Which show are you going for?
think I'm going
Actually,
for personal reasons.
This time I'm planning to celebrate my birthday.
For personal reasons.
And I want to make it like really major.
This guy is turning the camera to him because I'm saying for personal reasons.
Who's
Auntie, you're giving us personal reasons.
For personal,
we might start playing a slow violin. Eh?
for personal reasons, I'm going for Spice.
Chirungo.
Personal. Personal reasons. Those personal reasons. There's a lot of like Pamela Henderson.
No, not really. Actually, those personal reasons, I don't know when it's personal. It goes into that.
Pamela.
Yeah, but she's been a very hardworking girl, at least from she's kept on pushing. And I like people who push beyond.
Grind on.
And as a lady, you know, when you keep it up, even when, you know, guys are putting up
why don't you support the
Ninja City? We are demanding for a concert.
Why don't you support Ladies Like in the same way?
Ladies Like?
Yeah.
Does she have a concert?
No, I'm just asking.
If Ladies Like put up a concert, I would go for Ladies Like because she's hip hop.
How much would you pay?
Hip hop always comes first.
Yeah.
Whatever she would put up, but I don't mind paying 100 ordinary. Yeah.
Those all the price we twagala ogiteeka awo onyini.
We also want Ninja C to do a concert.
Ninja C, we need a concert.
Yeah,
and I
for
go
sure.
back to Ninja C.
What
Yo,
we need a concert.
I'll show you my ninja skills. Eh?
We want to support Ninja C. We want to see
I'm a
concert.
ninja.
She's a dope rapper.
Sure.
She has
Nja
dope music.
kugirayo stanji kasukesa okuyetololera ejja kube
There's a
wanene
conspiracy here. Like people trying to make me look like the bad person.
But you're going.
You're the only one who is you're patronizing yourself.
Why? By saying we need a concert from Ninja C.
Out of
I
the
have to
blue.
support her.
Yeah, but we need a concert from Ninja
Yeah.
C. Ninja C, we need a concert. Yeah.
I would say Ninja C.
It's about time because you have the songs.
Yeah.
You have the songs, the experience, the voice. Ninja C is actually a very good singer.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until like over COVID time. I think I landed on something where she was like
On
singing.
X, right?
Was it on X?
Yeah.
But I landed on something where she was singing like some. Or was it Aretha Franklin? Something like that. And I was like, hey, bulijjo yimba nyaba okasuka amavoko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ninja C, what I would need from you is more visible work and more promos so that you can gather funds. So that you can create a bigger fan base that will come to, you know.
Uganda. Biddown nze akayimba nti sinnakawulira gwengaani ogira ebisaati ebyebitoji ebikomendo ekisaati kyakyakyuka kyonna nze akakayimba nti nze
I like when a point is made, it spirals into a direct, like, if you don't get it, forget about it.
but I'm telling you, because no, there's a language of patronizing artists which people use instead of saying, as a fan, I would like to see. They're like, I need to see you doing more visible. You as who? More visible work. You as who? She puts it on X. No. Okay. Let's put it this way. Lwachi, ba critics. I'm not talking about you. Lwachi ba critics best Rwaza. Yeah. If you want an artist's work and you're interested in it and you know that it's out. Biri ku Spotify.
Yeah, look for it.
Lwaki otusiruwalirako n'ebisaati bye ebitali bigolole ku TV zaffe ng'oyogera ku music mboze saamuwulira ng'ate omwana yamuteeka ku DSP. Mbutu kutwereze kafula gwani owunye enkwawa.
Bakuwereze linki.
Twaliza muli. Siruwalira kwange. Music gyali. Website. DSPs. Social media is because we have come to market music. That's where you use like the Facebook, TikTok, and whatever. Yeah. Hey, they're the ones that are there. And if you really support an artist, right, you should buy their music. Genda mu online store mugule. Buy a ticket obeereyo. Ne ojidde ku ticket ya bwerere mbone ati tebayimba bulungi. Siruwalira muli.
Yeah.
Hello. Right now, you're live on the Zambaland podcast. Whatever you say might incriminate you. but I had to take this phone call. How are you, Sebo?
I'm good. Yeah, I cannot. If I'm live, then I cannot speak what I'm trying to say.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, let me call you back after this.
Hi, bro.
But say hi to the listeners.
Yeah, Hey, shout out to everybody listening to the Zamba podcast. Baboon Forest forever. The forest thrives.
Okay, I'll call you back after.
All right,
man. Cheers. One. Hey. I won't even tell you if you don't know. What's the saying? If you get it,
if you get it,
the person who has just called me. If you don't know his voice, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, we run this country. And see ya. So, guys, are you all good in your relationships? You fine? The Bakazi are fine?
Yeah.
The women are fine.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Would you, if you and a certain nigga hate each other, but your wives are friends or your girlfriends are friends, how would you handle that?
I don't interfere with women business.
You don't interfere?
Yeah, women issues are women issues. They be
okay. How about you?
Something. They have their own understanding.
They have their own understanding.
They don't understand how men operate. Like our understanding is different from theirs.
I'm going to ask the question now. Now,
Yeah.
I know you and a certain gentleman I know don't like each other. Actually, I think you guys, if we left you in a room with a gun loaded,
yeah,
one would be dead.
One might be dead.
Which gentleman is that?
They might just even bang him on top of the head with a gun. So imagine that person, yeah, and your mukazi. That person's person.
That guy is mukazi, and your mukazi
are like very fine.
Very tight.
Basically, it's the Bobby Wine, Bebe Cool situation. The way it was at a certain point.
It still is.
How would you guys feel about that?
That would be a problem. Yeah.
Because
if I'm with that person on that level, then they have a potential to even, like, do something through my...
But those guys, it's not like they hate each other. They just disagree in their opinions, their political opinions. Is
that disagreement or is that disrespect of the highest
order?
That
was disrespect.
That's very disrespectful.
And I don't think I'm making this up on... You guys heard that, right? Didn't somebody say that? You heard that, right?
Yeah, but I think the ladies, since they are friends, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, the guys. Because even their kids, their kids are always playing together.
And then Bebe could say, if you are to attack him, don't go and attack him, don't attack
the family.
I think that's a code of conduct for honorable people.
Because Bebe's kids and Bobby Wine's kids, they spend time together. They actually do like sleepovers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sleepovers?
Yeah.
Nigga, no.
They do. Yeah, Solomon. They do. Solomon has been to Bebe's house. You get? They are cool. The kids are cool. The wives are cool.
That's funny. Then you have to caution if it's really, fiction or...
Yeah.
That's why I told you, these guys, it's just a difference in opinion.
Because I would never let my kid around somebody I'm not...
Me too.
Yeah. As I said, these guys
I don't
just
think
a
so.
disagreement in how they view the politics. That's all.
Yeah.
You get? It's not like a nigga
I just wanted to ask. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. That's why they say who's
you're the messenger.
How did that thing begin of asking for a friend? Because
asking for a friend. The friend came to you
for help.
Yes, so you're trying to figure out.
Maybe we should ask the guys in the comments what they think about that.
Yeah, guys in the comments, please let us know. Also, these episodes are available on Baboon Force Network, soon on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also GNL Zamba TV ku YouTube. We thank you so much for tuning in, listening in. The people who say I talk a lot, that means you just don't stand my voice. Cough. Off. That means go to onjagala. Just to oyagala kuiga wizi kummanyira. To oyagala no. waliwo omuntu ng'ayiga okufuuka hater naye nga tannaba
future hater
naye nga tannaba kwezuula. Just know yourself that if my voice irritates you, go and listen to some other shit. In a space, people who enjoy brilliant conversations. Like, basically, we are just out here to chill, build, share, and, hang. I learned a new word over the weekend. I met someone from Trinidad and Tobago where I think we're becoming friends, but they always use a term called liming. Liming, not rhyming. Liming. So liming means chilling with no purpose, just like hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, but it's
Nice.
And we went to our yard. She organized a Christmas lime, and we had some drinks, some good food, and we limed. So I was telling her, we have a liming disease, that like Lyme disease. Yeah. So
You're
getting things in
over-liming.
alignment. I think we're getting into Christmas season.
Yeah.
Christmas season is like right here. I think for me, Christmas is a time where I usually take my year, right? And I reflect back on it. And I usually don't like to carry bad energy of a certain year into the new year. So December is the time for me to cleanse. And I would like to say, but we're not beef, Gatali that serious. I'm not aware that we are having beef because in the Mubulambang, I don't think you might be thinking that we have beef, but as the year ends, as our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, is being born.
For you don't have the beef. They have the beef.
They have the beef. In their minds, they think we are beefing.
But why would you have beef and sleep hungry? Lion.
That's a line. Niggas got beef but they sleep hungry. That's a line. Let's check out your work is a bit.
No.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I was just talking about, it's a good way, I think, of cleansing the year, cleansing the energy, reflecting, setting goals. This is the time to celebrate with family, celebrate achievements, reflect on failures. Like there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into these very, very last days. And it's a time to, I think I've already strategized for next year. For me, Nachima Zedda, Ochiraba. Now this is the time for me to chill with people. My nephews, get to know them better. My nieces, go out to the places that I missed in Kampala. Yeah, and have a good lime. How about you guys? What's Christmas like for you? What are we getting into?
It's about spending time with family. Because most times I don't get.
Tonko pa mazo kwogera ebintu byange.
Kati goeka ina family.
Okay, kati gende mas.
So it's just a time to be home, family and stuff. Yeah, just chilling mainly.
Yes.
Yeah. Me that's all.
But you want to carry all your beef to the next year.
See that beef? If I had beef, I would just eat my beef.
Okay, cool. I feel you.
Good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, for me, it's like I said from the very first pod we talked about, I don't think I have haters. I don't live like that, at least.
Yeah.
I don't live like that. And
you said you don't have haters?
Yeah. And I choose. They always I give God all the power.
I know there's a nigga, you guys hate each other, but I don't have any.
Which guy? Which guy? You keep on saying there is a guy. Which guy?
I even mentioned the guy's name over in a rhyme. The guy was like, you're close to that guy.
Yo, by the way, one thing you should know about me, I never carry... Check. I never carry hate in my heart. I don't carry hate in my heart because that means it's affecting me.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, but if I have...
See, yeah. I think me.
Yeah, me. It's cool. Yeah. You know? So at the end of the day, like, if I have an issue with someone, that means I just don't want them to spoil.
Hey,
for...
Are you fooling me?
You understand?
Are you fooling you?
I wouldn't even have a problem being with them in the room, but usually they mess up everything you've organized in the room. Even with other people, yes. So usually to keep them away is to protect.
Do you guys ever agree when you're wrong?
Sorry?
Or you guys are angels? Do you ever like say, own up and say, I fucked up there?
Yeah, when it's for real.
But from what you've told us, it's the other people.
Which people? As in
the other people who have beef with you. You have no beef. For you, they contaminate your energy.
Angel.
You're the angel. You're like this in the snow. You're making snow angels.
I'm that type who will tell you, be aware, but you can go on if you wish. After getting the knowledge, that's
a threat. That's a threat right there.
If you got
that's a threat right there.
If you got the knowledge, but then I'll also promise you that in case you need me.
When niggas clap hands and say I promise, that's a threat.
And also
there's so much coded language. Those are, in the US they call those microaggressions. Omusajja munyivu nnyo. Kati kulabira wanene omusajja is just saying agamba I promise you. When the person claps their hands and they're like I promise you. Ngomanya kati awo
some guys be dangerous.
We need to really dig deeper there.
I didn't know that, but I'm always at the rescue. Even after warning somebody about somebody, if they mess with them, if they went on with them and they messed with them, I'm willing to come and still try to help and sort it.
Like,
and then again be like, yo, bro,
like, I told you last time.
Step back, don't come back. So, stuff like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, but on Christmas, I love to go to church. I just love to be peaceful. On Christmas, like just...
Then when Christmas is done, the chaos begins.
When Christmas is
with
done,
people,
church.
You can't avoid chaos.
He turns into the Joker.
Yeah. With people, you can't avoid chaos. They always,
they're always on some shit.
They always... Mimi will say the street gave me a heavy heart. My family gave me a heavy heart. My friends gave me a heavy heart. So it's always like from somewhere around you. So find some peace, at least for that day. Enjoy the fact that Jesus Christ.
Let me make an admission here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until very recently.
Yeah.
I hate Christmas. I really do hate Christmas.
Why?
I don't know how I turned into the Grinch. I hate hearing Christmas songs.
Krampus.
That whole Joe of like the town is busy, everybody's going to the village. I hate that shit.
Why?
I don't know. I hate it. Like I don't even want to celebrate it. I prefer my things to be as plain as possible.
There is
like on that day I would even rather eat like the most basic meal just because ndaba wo nyaka tijo.
For me, I think Christmas is really for kids because the best times I've had in Christmas is when I was young.
Joy to the world.
After that,
I'll slap you.
I don't see any.
I think for me, other days, other holidays is when I feel like the way you feel. But for Christmas, it's more spiritual than. So at least
that's the thing. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
I think because that nigga wasn't born on December 25th, nigga.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Like to me, the whole lie and all this, like I don't know. But for some reason, it rubs me wrong. Like.
But then they'll ask you. So what's the right one?
The right birthday.
You know the lie, but you don't know the truth.
I don't know.
Question.
And by the way, it's a mark of a wise man to admit when they don't know something. But you guys are so certain that this is the one.
It was a pagan.
There is going to be. There is going to
for
be
me,
the
whole idea. I think there's so many things that boil down.
Yeah.
If you ask me the real reason, I don't know. but it rubs me wrong when I begin hearing those Mariah Carey songs, everybody moving around so happy and playing all these jingle bells and the baby chibi chibi chibi. I don't like it. The only bit I like about Christmas is when I'm with my family and the plate has the variety of all kinds of foods, and then we have a meal and everybody does their thing. We link up for Boxing Day, go somewhere, do an activity. But even maybe decorations, and I don't know. I don't like that shit. I don't know.
How about this? How about the spiritual part of it?
What's the spiritual part of it?
Jesus being born. There is a preacher who say that even the Muslims are celebrating Jesus Christ being born. Why wouldn't a Christian, even when you don't know, just celebrate?
Okay. Are you sure that is a Christian? In the very first
place. I celebrate Jesus every day. I don't celebrate just.
Yeah, but even Park said you gotta believe in something.
I didn't say I didn't believe in anything. I just said the day irritates me.
So
because of the cathedral you guys put around it.
That's how powerful Jesus Christ was.
He didn't tell you to do any of that shit. Did you see how simply this nigga lived? Yaina air tangira.
And by the way, speaking about Jesus, it's not Jesus.
It's Jesus?
No. It's God. So when we're speaking about Jesus, we may think we're speaking about just Jesus, but it goes into a bigger picture.
The thing about these things, most people talk about these things, they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, true, but there should be something to talk about.
I avoid those conversations of religion, Jesus, God. Like, even the guy who's trying to like tell you about Jesus or God, he also doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's
for me, I think Jesus is the purest example of how we should live.
True. Yeah,
he is the purest exemplification. Like, he lived the life that we should live in order to be in harmony with each other.
Yeah,
and also be spiritually right.
Yeah.
The problem is, you guys worship the guy like he told you to worship him.
He did.
I don't know. I don't think he told you to worship him.
Me who believes in the Bible, he did.
So to me, why don't you niggas? I'm saying niggas. Why don't you people celebrate Easter, which is the most important day?
Yeah.
Why isn't it as big as Christmas?
I think the birth, the birth brought Easter.
What about
the birth led us to Easter?
Of death,
so
the resurrection,
the conquering of death.
Yeah,
is the
but
most important thing.
That cannot happen without the birth. That's why the birth is very, very important.
Have you heard of the theory that what you call the birth, the death, and the birth of the sun is what is there's a time of the year when the sun dies, and then the sun rises.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of that theory where the physical sun itself, not the physical representation, but the sun itself?
But I've not had that.
Guys don't read.
I haven't had that.
But go look up that theory.
Yeah,
too.
I'll probably look it up.
The only
and
book they read about this religion stuff is the Bible.
But
that's the only reference they have. So there are other books.
Yeah.
Which have like some other. You get.
But the Bible encompasses.
But the thing about the guys who only read the Bible is that's the only thing they can quote, and they want everybody to go by that. That's why I don't like to have these arguments.
Do you know? Do you know what's funny?
What did you say?
Like the Bible.
Hey.
Like studying science in primary. When you go in secondary school, now they break it down: biology, chemistry, physics.
Yes.
That's the other books he's talking about.
Yeah, there are other books, other narratives.
You're so right. Mana goli mugezi, Kana kagezi. Kagezi. That's like really, really dope. Actually, if you look at it that way, we won't even have like many problems like we have.
Yeah.
Like we have. But like I said, I celebrate Jesus Christ every day. I don't like the kajanja and the commercialization that goes behind the whole holiday, by the way. It's the commercialization. It's like, gula, buy. You haven't bought this, now you don't. Like the whole, and also they used to force us to go to church. I also don't like that forceful, go to church and pray. Kwegamba ebintu bingi nnyo ze byankyayisa Christmas, but I celebrate the gentleman and how he lived his life. I think it's very influential. For those who do celebrate Christmas, make it about family, make it about reflecting on life, you know, and not carrying baggage into the next year. I think the lesson to take away from here is take away his example, right? Take away his example and live by that and see you into the next year. Nga tuli happy. Nga tewakyaliwo beef.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, my G. Yeah, but like 50 Cent told us to stay away from religion. I'm going to stay away from it right now. Tubagala nnyo. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. It's your boy, Edimo Collins.
Gills Collins.
Edimo. Why are you denying being African?
Who has denied anything?
I called him Edimo. His name.
Agani.
And in Nagamba, who the fuck is Gills?
So here's
you can't
the
even
thing.
breathe underwater. You can't even swim.
So here's, by the way, if I showed you my ID, it has both my names.
There are people who have put names on their national IDs.
Okay, so you mean I gave myself that name?
Of course.
How do you know? You know me better than myself.
I do.
Peace and love. Christmas.
Yeah, peace and love. For the people that love food, I know we hinted on food at the beginning of this podcast. And you tell me I'm enjoying it into chamwe. I was saying that, but watch out. Know that it has consequences also. Like also overeating has consequences. People mentioned something about fashion. Christmas is a time when everybody shows out their best face. So be your best self. Be on your best behavior. The best version of you. And for me, I'll keep it true. I'll keep it G. I'll keep it hip hop right here at the Barbon Force podcast. Zambaland. Tubagala nnyo. Peace and love. See you on the next one.
Peace.